Hello and welcome to this webinar on ghostwriting. I would like you to pay rapt attention, and I would also like you to watch this webinar from beginning to the end because every single part of this webinar is important. Every single information I share in this webinar is important, and I'm sure that you are excited, you are pumped up, and ready to also know everything about this ghostwriting and how you can get started to making some money as a ghostwriter. Great. So this is an introduction, an expose to what ghostwriting is all about. And in this webinar, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about ghostwriting and how you can get started. So let's get into it. So my name is Elvis Nusakai, and I'm a ghostwriter and a digital entrepreneur with 3 years plus experience, and I am vast in multiple legitimate online businesses. I've made 8 figures in Naira from 4 major online businesses, and I've coached over 800 people in different online businesses. So you have to listen to me because I've got what you need right now. Okay, so let's talk about how it all started, what really brought me into the ghostwriting space, and why I am sharing this opportunity with you at the moment. I know some persons will be wondering, yes, if it is so lucrative, why is this guy sharing this information? All right, so let's continue. So in mid 2023, I discovered this business called ghostwriting, and I decided to try it out. I discovered it from a friend on Twitter who has been a ghostwriter for a long time. I said, it's okay, let me see how this ghostwriting works. I took out time to learn how it works. I took out time to practice and to implement, you know, what I learned in the process of my discovery. And I made some, you know, some significant, what you might want to call significant millions from it. Then in January 2024, I decided that I was also going to raise other millionaires through ghostwriting. Now, this was a decision that I made because of what I saw that was going on in the Nigerian economy. However, ghostwriting is not limited to Nigerians alone. But as a Nigerian, I felt it was something that I had to share with other persons so that they too can, earn as I was earning in ghostwriting. So my original plan from this January 2024 was that by December 2024, I should have raised 100 millionaires through ghostwriting. However, that is not where the goal is going to end. It's going to continue even in 2025. So come along with me. So, what will I be talking to you about in this ghostwriting webinar? I'll be talking to you about why you should consider an online business like ghostwriting, what is ghostwriting and how does it work, who is ghostwriting for, that is, who are those persons that can actually do ghostwriting. Okay. Then also, I would be talking to you guys about what some of my students are doing in ghostwriting. What are those requirements? What are those things that you need to be able to succeed as a ghostwriter? Then also, I'll be answering some of your questions about ghostwriting. Then also, I'll be telling you how to also get started as a ghostwriter. So let's continue. So, why exactly should you even consider doing an online business like ghostwriting? The first reason there is that the economy is rapidly changing and the cost of living is getting really, really high. Job security is not guaranteed. People lose their job here, left, right, and center. Retirement also brings about uncertainty. Yes, especially for those that are mature and advanced and they are coming to the end of their public career. there's a certain level of uncertainty that comes with, that stage in life. Then another thing is that there's a convenience of earning through multiple streams of income. Then also the financial freedom to be able to pursue your other goals and pleasures. Then also it is less stressful as compared to a regular job. Now, this does not mean that you don't have to have a regular job, but if you add ghostwriting as a second source of income, even as a primary source of income, it is more less stressful than, a regular job. So now let's talk about ghostwriting for a moment. What exactly is ghostwriting? Now, simply, ghostwriting is an online business that involves writing. Don't forget, it's called ghostwriting. That involves writing articles, stories, essays for foreign companies. Take note, foreign companies, not foreign individuals, not foreign people, not foreign individuals, foreign companies under a contract to be able to earn a particular amount of money during that contract. Most importantly, you earn in US dollars. So let's get to it. Also, as a ghostwriter, you get to write for these foreign companies who are in serious need of writers on their platforms. In fact, this is a business that can never be saturated. If you're already thinking, is it going to be saturated? No. Okay. Now, these companies, they pay hundreds of dollars and even thousands of dollars for ghostwriting contracts. Now, what is a ghostwriting contract? It is an agreement between the company and the ghostwriter on a story or content to be written, the genre to be written on, and also the expected content volume. So the contract contains all this. And lastly, I did not add that there, the payment package that comes along with that particular contract. So come with me. Now, take note that ghostwriting is not a Ponzi scheme, okay? It is not an investment scheme where you put 10,000 to get 20,000 without doing anything. No. And also, it is not a Ponzi scheme where you have to start referring people and say, oh, you have to refer someone before you make money. No, this is strictly about writing. Also, ghostwriting is a marketing, sorry, is not, sorry, is not a marketing business, which means that you don't have to sell anything to anybody. Okay. Also, it is not an overnight success kind of business where you are promised reward without effort. No, it requires effort, but it requires minimal daily effort. All right. Now, let's talk about some of the ghostwriting principles. What exactly do we do as ghostwriters? We write stories, we write articles, we write essays. Okay, we write stories, we write articles, we write essays. And it is called ghostwriting because you are not writing for yourself, but for the foreign platforms. That is exactly the reason why it is called ghostwriting. You are not writing for you are writing for these foreign platforms, which means that they own the right. Okay, so practically you are like a ghost, okay, in the whole process, but you put it out for them and they make sure that readers get to see it. Now, another thing is that when it comes to ghostwriting, you can either write yourself or you can outsource. To outsource there means to give it to somebody else to write for you while you are still in charge of the business end of things and you still make good money. In fact, that is what I am doing. I don't have the time to write, but I have writers that are writing for me. But don't worry, let's just continue with the presentation. Now, another thing I want to mention here is that when it comes to ghostwriting, you don't look for clients. Okay, it's not a business where you start looking for who you are going to write for. No, there are already these platforms that are put together for you and for me to be able to sign up and start writing practically immediately. So you don't look for clients when it comes to ghostwriting. Now, who are those persons that can do ghostwriting? Because I know you are wondering right now, is this thing for me? Can I do it? Okay. Now, ghostwriting is for writers. So if you already know how to write, this business is for you. You're already a good writer, it's for you. You are a stay-at-home mom who is looking for a, an extra source of income to support your husband, or even a stay-at-home dad. Yeah, even students, you are in school, you are in the university, you're in any higher institution, or even higher part of secondary school, you can also do ghostwriting. You're even a working class person like myself, you can still do ghostwriting. Now, even if you are a non-writer, you have never written before in your life, you can still do ghostwriting, just like me. I don't write, but I'm doing ghostwriting. I also have students who did not know what it means to write at the beginning of their ghostwriting journey, but somewhere along the line, they started writing themselves. Okay. So, regardless of the category that you fall into, you can do ghostwriting. So, don't, you know, take yourself out just yet. So, now, this ghostwriting that we're talking about, what are some of the results that my students have been able to get when it comes to their journey as ghostwriters? Okay. However, before I talk about my students, when I started ghostwriting as myself, as a person, one of the things that I looked at was, as a 9 to 5, would I be able to do this thing? But guess what? I was able to do it. Okay. But now let's talk about my students. Now, so in ghostwriting, take note of this. You determine your earnings. Okay. So by getting more contracts, you earn more. Now, the first testimonial we are going to be looking at in this webinar is from Stella, who went from being a complete newbie to earning over 1 million naira, even as a practicing nurse in Nigeria. She's a practicing nurse and she has earned over 1 million naira as a ghostwriter. So, on the left, you see Stella is a 51-year-old civil servant nurse, and she's one of my ghostwriting mentees. She's a 51-year-old, take note. She was not a writer until she enrolled into the ghostwriting training program and came under my mentorship. Regardless of her age and her busy schedule as a nurse, Stella followed my instructions and started her ghostwriting journey. And today she has made over 1.4 million naira as a ghostwriter. The screenshot you see right here was when Stella came into my WhatsApp DM in February 2024, indicating her interest in ghostwriting. On the left, this was when Stella got started. As you can see, she had filled the form, she had gotten started in the ghostwriting program, and I was excited for her. And right here on the right was when Stella shared her progress with me after several weeks and told me that she had never written before. Take note, Stella had never written before she started as a ghostwriter. But Stella came back to tell me that she's now getting really excited, and she has written about 5 chapters. Now, several months later, again, not really several months, about 2 months later, Stella came back and told me that she has gotten her first ghostwriting contract. So this was when Stella got her first exclusive contract. Don't worry, I'm going to explain what an exclusive contract is much later. And I congratulated her right here on this screenshot on the left. Then on this screenshot right here in the middle, this was when she got her second ghostwriting contract, another exclusive contract. So Stella has been doing amazingly well. Now, what you see right here, right now on the screen are some, not all, some of the screenshots that Stella shared with me of her earnings, all in US dollars. In fact, I cannot bring in all the conversation here. In fact, she told me how she was able to pay her rent this year from the money that she earned from ghostwriting, which is about 350K, because Stella stays in an apartment in Abuja as a 51-year-old mom. Okay. Now, our second testimonial here is Rita, who is also one of my first, in fact, Rita was one of my first ghostwriting students, and she has shared countless testimonials with me. Let us see what Rita has been able to do so far. On the left, you see a payment of 245 USD. Right here, you see um, her sharing a new contract that she got. In fact, since my conversation with Rita, I think she has got at least 8 to 10 ghostwriting contracts that have been paying her. These are not all the screenshots. For the sake of time, I cannot bring in all the screenshots into this particular webinar. But you see, there are a lot of screenshots, completion bonus, signing new contracts, and so on and so forth as a ghostwriter. And another thing that you should also know is that even Rita herself had never written in her life. You see, she had never written in her life, and she started as a ghostwriter. And guess what? She's writing now. At, at the beginning, she got somebody to write for her. Like I said, you can outsource if you cannot do it yourself. And today, she is a writer and she's making a lot of money from ghostwriting. All right. Now, so take note that the process is simple. It's a process of learning and earning. All right. Because it is expected that for something worthwhile, for something um, significant like this, there is need for you to have the knowledge and there is need for you to be able to implement that knowledge so that you can earn. So our third testimonial is that of Mrs. Bridget, who is another one of my special students who is currently on her way to retirement. Now, with ghostwriting, she's not scared of retiring anymore. Now, that is to tell you that ghostwriting is practically for everybody. Now, this screenshot on the left was when Bridget came into my WhatsApp DM to tell me, now, this is long after she had started and she has been implementing. And guess what? Bridget is will be 60. She's 62, sorry. She will be 63 by December. I think I made a mistake here. She'll be 63 by December 2024. Yet she has a lot to look forward to as a retiree. Now, this was when she shared a contract that she got with me, and she was appreciating me and telling me how she's so excited that she's sure and she's certain that retirement is going to be well for her. You can take your time and pause and read the conversation, my conversation with Bridget. Okay. Now, the fourth testimonial. Before I say that, before I talk about the fourth testimonial, take note: ghostwriting is for you, whether you are a writer or whether you are a non-writer. So our fourth testimonial is that of Nicholas, a young guy who is one of my exceptional students also, who got 4 contracts within 2 months of starting ghostwriting. Now, take note, before I talk about Mark Nicholas, I know some of you might be thinking, oh, it's looking like this is very easy. It doesn't require work. No, ghostwriting requires effort, and I'm going to talk about that later. Okay, it requires effort. These testimonials you see here are not any indication that these people just woke up to get this contract without doing anything. I am a strong believer in learning. I'm a strong believer in practice and implementation, and I'm also a strong believer in getting results from your implementation. Okay, so I'm in no way trying to say that all these results were gotten easily. In the case of Nicholas, he got his in 2 months. In the case of Rita, she got hers in I think 2 months also. In the case of Stella that I shared, she got hers in 2 months plus. In the case of Bridget that I also shared, she got hers in about 3 months. Okay, so this is not overnight success. Take note, this is not overnight success, but it is a very strong possibility because I have a lot of students that are getting these results under my mentorship. Okay. Now, this is Nicholas. On the left side, you see when Nicholas enrolled for the ghostwriting in March 2024. And after March 2024, Nicholas came back sharing multiple screenshots with me. These are the contracts that he got within 2 months of starting as a ghostwriter. Okay, these are the contracts he got within 2 months of starting as a ghostwriter. Then Nicholas went on to also share other extra contracts and all with me. As you can see, I was excited for him. As you can see right here with the screenshots on the left and even the screenshots on the middle that I told him, I said he's bagging contracts like water. Then even the screenshot on the right where he sent me a screenshot of where he got his first payment. And that was not all. Nicholas came back to appreciate me because at the time in August 2024, he had made over 500,000 naira with just within just few months. All right, within just few months, and he appreciated me by even going as far as creating a portrait image because Nicholas is an artist. Okay, so Nicholas had to take my picture and drew me on with pencil. All right, and it was something that I really, really appreciated when I saw. And just few weeks later, again, I think a week or 2 weeks later, he came back again, with another screenshot telling me he has gotten another contract and telling me that gratitude pays. And yes, gratitude actually pays. And on the right again, as you can see, he shared some screenshots of the payments that he has received in his account as a ghostwriter. All right. So these are people, my mentees that have been doing all those things, over the past few months. Now, these are just a few out of the many. Okay. These are just a few out of the many. Now, and what about some other ones that share their contract with me? Some other of my mentees that also share their contracts and their results with me. As you can see, Fatima right here. This is Faith. This is Fola. These are people that started ghostwriting, that came into my DM sometime in the past, and I guided them. I showed them how to start ghostwriting and how to earn from ghostwriting. Okay. Now, this is another amazing one that I'll be ending with when it comes to the testimonials. Is Fumi. Fumi is a friend. She's not my mentee. Fumi is a friend, and Fumi got a contract, and that contract is going to pay her for the next 30 years, as you can see with the screenshots right here. And as you can see, this is one of the screenshots that she also shared with me, where she earned about 1,300 USD. Now, most of these people are young people that are earning money in hundreds of thousands of naira and even in millions, because this 1,300 you see here is already in millions. In the case of Stella, she has already earned in millions. Even Mark, as at now, as at today that I'm doing this recording, Mark has earned over in million naira. Like when I say earned now, I'm talking of the money he has received from his ghostwriting contracts, not even the ones that he still has in view. Okay. So ghostwriting actually pays. And this is something that both writers and non-writers can do as a business. So the question is, why did they succeed? Right? Why exactly did they succeed? What are those things that they need, that they had? What are those requirements that they were able to fulfill that made them to succeed as ghostwriters? Now, what they had was just a phone and a laptop, because some of you are already asking, what do I need to be able to do this business? What do I need to be able to succeed also? All you need is just a phone or a laptop. If you don't have a laptop, absolutely fine. A phone is 100%, good enough for you to be able to do your ghostwriting business. Secondly, they had a strong desire to make money. All right. They were not lazy people. They were not people who were looking for free money. Also, they had a training program called the Ghostwriting Income Generator. So if you already have a phone, absolutely good for you. You have a laptop, awesome for you. You have a strong desire to make money, awesome. So what next do you need? You need a ghostwriting income generator training program. Then also you need my clear mentorship, because that is what I've been doing for these people over the past few months, providing mentorship to them and also helping them to achieve their goals as ghostwriters. Now, let me talk a little bit about the Ghostwriting Income Generator Training Program, which is called the GIG. It's a training program that turns you from a novice to a professional, to a pro in ghostwriting. Okay, now take note of something. The Ghostwriting Income Generator Training Program is not just a training program that just teaches you how to write, because a lot of people make that assumption. They think it is just a training program that teaches them how to write. No, it is a training program that teaches you the ghostwriting business. It includes how to write, it includes how to set up accounts. Don't worry, I'm going to show you guys. Let me not go into that right now. So, this training is both for those persons who already know how to write and those persons who are trying to hone or master their skills in writing. So, what are you going to learn in a ghostwriting income generator training program? You're going to learn the basics of writing. You're going to learn what we call long story writing. You're going to learn how to receive funds, how to create accounts to receive your funds. You're going to learn where and how to apply for contracts. And in the training program, we have over 12 platforms that I expose and explain. Even also how to outsource for those persons that don't have the time to write or do not know how to write, or are still trying to build their skills in writing. Also, how to write articles and essays and earn quickly. Then also how to use Upwork for for your ghostwriting business. And this comes along with my mentorship and an amazing ghostwriting community of other ghostwriters that are doing amazingly well, that can help you on your journey to succeeding as a ghostwriter. Now, let us go into a bit of details when it comes to the ghostwriting income generator. And take note that the beginning of every worthwhile venture is knowledge. You want to succeed or get good results at anything, the starting point is getting knowledge. You cannot push that aside. It is very, very important. Now, the Ghostwriting Income Generator Training Program is the training program that will teach you how you can get started as a ghostwriter. Now, it includes different modules. And in the first module, the module one, we have the basics of writing, where you are taught the art of writing, steps to becoming a writer, mastering punctuations, apps to use in writing, and even where to get books to give you ideas, to give you inspiration when it comes to writing. Okay. Now, the second module is the long story writing module that talks about how to write outlines, and it is divided into three parts: how to write outline, part one, part two, and part three, writing your first five keywords, writing point of view, and doing what we call showing versus telling when it comes to your writing process. So you can see that this is a very detailed training program that you need to be able to succeed. Now, also there is another module, module 3, that shows you how to create, the accounts, the foreign accounts that you can use to receive this money, because this payment from ghostwriting comes in US dollars. How to create DOM accounts, how to create PayPal account, how to create Payoneer, Gig Pay, and so on and so forth. So it's detailed. It's a detailed training program. Then also how to apply for contracts, things you need to know before you apply for a contract, how to create a book cover. Now, take note, please. It is at this point that I want to say that ghostwriting is not Amazon Kindle publishing. This is not Amazon KDP. It is not a publishing business. It is a writing business. Okay? How to create your book cover, the things you need to know before you apply, and how to apply to different platforms. Now, I have covered the names of those platforms because these are proprietary information. All right. And as you can see, we have one, two, three, four, five, six. Then we have another extra six right here. 12 different platforms that you can use as a ghostwriter, to make money. All right. Then tips to help you to secure an exclusive contract. Then also how to outsource. Okay, how to outsource for those of you that will not have the time to write, for those of you that do not know how to write, or for those of you that are still not yet confident in your writing skills. You are also taught how to outsource um, your writing to other writers. Okay, then at module 5 now shows you article writing, how to do article writing, how to do news articles, how to do opinion articles, article rewriting, and how to apply on different platforms. All right, how to apply on the different platforms that I have um, um, made private right there. Then also, module 6 now talks about Upwork for those persons that want to use Upwork to um, to do their ghostwriting business. It is well explained right there, as you can see over, I think, about 10 or over 10 videos right there that explains how you can use Upwork to do your ghostwriting. Then finally, also how to join the community, a community of over 7 to 8,000 ghostwriters that can help you on your journey to ghostwriting success. All right. Now, how do you get started with the ghostwriting training? Access to this training currently costs 30,000 naira. Okay, and 30,000 naira currently is even less than $20. I think about around $20. So it's very cheap. I know, yes, for some persons they will say, oh, it's expensive because of the state of the economy. However, take note, a single contract, whether exclusive or non-exclusive, just one contract is going to pay any ghostwriter far more than 30K. So, which means that it is worth it, it is valuable enough for you to get it at that particular price. All right. However, hold on, I have something for you. But let me first of all answer some of your questions. Because right now, as you're going through this webinar, you are already having a lot of thoughts, a lot of questions in your mind that you would like me to answer. So before you start getting all confused, let me answer a bit of some of your questions. Now, so the first question is, you can't write? The answer to that is outsourcing. And this training program teaches you how to outsource. I will also be there to guide you, to tell you, to show you, to give you tips on how to outsource. So to outsource simply means, to outsource your writing is to get someone else to do the writing for you. This is completely explained in the Ghostwriting Income Generator training program. So there is no cause for alarm if you can't write. What about the contract types? I've been talking about exclusive and non-exclusive contract. And I know some of you are wondering, what is exclusive? What is non-exclusive contract? Now, exclusive contract is simply means that the content of the work, the written work, can only be uploaded on the platform that gives you the contract. So if the platform says, oh, this contract we are giving you is exclusive, what it means is that you can only put that content on their platform. on their page, on their website. All right. Non-exclusive means that you are only allowed to upload the work. You are allowed to upload the work on multiple platforms. All right. However, a single exclusive contract earns more than a single non-exclusive contract. So exclusive contract earns you more than a non-exclusive contract. However, if you have multiple non-exclusive, because in the case of non-exclusive, you can have it on multiple platforms, which means you can make more money from a single work on multiple platforms. Okay, so a multiple non-exclusive contract on a single work can also earn you as much as a single exclusive contract. So whether it is exclusive or non-exclusive, both of them can earn you good money in US dollars. Okay. Now, what are some of the other questions or concerns that I know you're already thinking about right now? The first question is, how long will the ghostwriting training take? How long will it take you to finish it? Usually, I've seen people finish it up in a week. I've seen people finish it up in 4 days. I've seen people finish it up in 2 weeks. I've seen people finish it up in a month. For me, it took me more than a month because of my busy schedule. I couldn't allocate more time, but I have students that were able to finish it up in a few days, in a few weeks, just like that. It depends on how free you are and how you're able to allocate time to the training. Now, also, do you need a training program if you already know how to write? The answer is yes. As you can see in the content that I just showed you, there are a lot of things there that are not only talking about writing, but also talking about where to get these contracts, how to set up your account, tips on getting exclusive contracts, and all those stuff. These things are very, very detailed, and would help you even as a writer, okay, to be able to get contracts on this platform. So if you're already a good writer and all you need is a platform to be able to write, this training is absolutely for you. Where does the training take place? The training take place on the ghostwriting course page. Now, on that course page, for those persons who enroll into the training program, they are given login access. All right, username and password to log in and go through the training at their own convenience when they are free. Because some of you are busy, you have 9 to 5, some of you have businesses to handle, some of you are people who travel and all that. So when you are free, anytime you are free, during the weekend, in the evenings when you are back from work, or in the morning when you wake up before you get out of the house, you can go through the training at your own convenience. So you don't have to start thinking, am I going to be able to meet up with the training? No, it is at your own convenience. And another thing is that the training enrollment is on a daily basis. There's nothing like batch. You don't, oh, when is the next batch? No, you can enroll immediately after watching this webinar. Okay. Then also, how do you get paid? How you get paid, as you can see, I showed you in the ghostwriting content just now that you are shown how to create accounts that can help you get paid. All right, you get paid in US dollars. You are also shown how to convert this money into your Naira account so that you can spend it in Naira. All right. Then also, how long before you start earning? I don't think I need to answer that question just now. I think I already answered that in the previous testimonials that I shared, that some of them took a few months and so on and so forth. So usually I tell people, first of all, focus on learning, then you implement, then you start earning. And if you are consistent with it, it can take just a few months. Your first 2 months, your first 3 months, you are already making money. This is not overnight success, I repeat. Okay. Then also, how do you get clients to write for? I think I already answered that. You don't look for clients to write for. The platforms are there, they are explained in the training, and you get those platforms. You sign up, you are shown how to sign up, how to apply for contracts, and all that right there. Then also, is ghostwriting the same as copywriting? The answer is no. Ghostwriting and copywriting are different. Copywriting is a kind of writing that is focused on producing what is called sales copies. All right, sales copies, and that sales copies is usually for marketing purposes. But ghostwriting is not for marketing purposes. You are writing stories, articles, and essays for companies that need them, and these companies are willing to pay in US dollars for that. All right. So, do you get support when you enroll? But this is one question a lot of persons ask, because most people, they don't want to be left alone. They want to be sure that when they enroll into the training program, when they start, they would have that support, they will have that community, they would be able to ask questions. The answer is 100% yes. Okay, so you are going to get support. So my Telegram and WhatsApp mentorship groups would cater to all students under my mentorship. You will get inspired by other ghostwriters and get answers to your questions. And the mentorship community includes both young people and also mature people. All right. So it's a mixed community. It doesn't matter whether you are, in fact, Take note, let me say this at this point. Some of you might be saying, or thinking that, oh, you are not a computer guru, you cannot do this. No, this has nothing to do with being computer gurus. As you can see, most of the people that I share their testimonials are people in their 50s, in their 60s. These are not computer gurus. All they just knew is that they knew how to use their phone, and also they were ready and willing to learn and to make mistakes. Yes, when you start at the beginning, will you make mistakes? Yes, it's possible you make mistakes. Why? Because no child, is born today and starts walking today and starts, running today. No, the child has to first of all learn how to sit, how to stand, how to walk, how to run, just like that. So it is a process. If you are the kind of person that is willing to go through a process to get the results, yes, this is absolutely for you. So as you can see, as at today that I'm doing this recording, my Telegram group has over 400, has currently 433 members, and my WhatsApp group has 438 members. Now, these are strictly only students of the ghostwriting training that are added in this particular group. And as you can see, it is an active group with the goal to raise 100 millionaires through ghostwriting before December 31st, 2024. By the end of 2024, I'm going to change this and put a new goal for 2025 because the goal does not end. All right, so it doesn't matter when you are watching this video, the goal still remains the same, to be able to raise millionaires through ghostwriters. So you are going to get as much support as you need. So now, like I said, I have a special thing for you, like I mentioned right here. Originally, the access to the training program is 30,000 naira, which is very cheap. Trust me, it is very cheap. It is not even enough to even buy a bag of rice. Even today, it's not even enough for you to travel between some states. It's not even enough for you to take a flight. It's not even enough for some people to even get Ashwebi. However, with the special discount that is currently going on, for the first 100 persons, you'll be getting this for 28,000 naira. Now, yes, you might be watching this webinar at the time when this discount has ended. There might be another discount or there might be no discount. So when you are done watching this webinar, all you just need to do is to come to me and ask me, oh, Elvis, is this discount of 28,000 naira still available? And I'm going to let you know. If it's available, you go ahead and I'll give you details of payment. So after watching this webinar, if you are watching this webinar on YouTube and you are watching it from, maybe I sent it to you through WhatsApp, all you just have to do is to come back to me on WhatsApp and tell me, okay, Elvis, I'm ready to get started. Now, if you are watching this webinar from YouTube, maybe somehow you came across my channel, check around the link, check around the description of this video on YouTube. There's going to be a WhatsApp link for you to click to come into my WhatsApp. All right, to come into my WhatsApp so that we can continue the conversation and so that I can help you get started. All right. I hope I've been able to make it clear what ghostwriting is all about. Now, take note. I know a lot of people would have a million questions. Now, take note. Somebody who wants to become a medical doctor, for them to be a medical doctor, they have to go to medical school. You cannot be a ghostwriter by sitting and asking millions of questions and expecting. When you enroll into the training program, you are going to learn a lot. Okay, and you are going to be able to get started. You cannot become a medical doctor by sitting at home and asking questions. How do they do surgery? How do they diagnose patients? No. To know how they diagnose patients, you have to go to the hospital, you have to go to school, and you have to go and learn. The same way you want to be a ghostwriter, you want to get everything clearly, all the knowledge, you have to enroll into the training program. And this is the offer that I have for you right now. So I want to say thank you very much for spending this um, almost 40 minutes listening to me. My name remains Elvis Nusakai. I'm a ghostwriter and a digital entrepreneur. I would expect to see you in my DM. Cheers.